Welcome to Twin Flames with Josephine, Celeste, psychic, medicine woman, soul doctor, specialising in twin flames and all areas of twin flames. Today, I'd like to empower you with how to tell the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. And I feel it's something very important to understand. I mean, me being a shaman, I can tell straight away because I don't, my brain and how I run is I live from the soul anyway, so I can see straight through the person. But I want to give you this gift in knowing who is around you. It's very, very important, and how they affect you as well. Like how a soulmate will be is very different to how a twin flame will be, and who are they, and why they are in your life. So we'll go into soulmates to start off with. Now, if you're in a relationship, because that seems to be the hot topic, if you're in a relationship with a soulmate, you're going to find that it's so easygoing in comparison to twin flames. And it's just a relationship that, it's a lot easier to get along with, especially if there are difficulties, or you'll find sometimes with soulmates, they won't put in the work like a twin flame would either, because that depth is not there, you see. So it's not as deep or as intense as a twin flame. Now, in soulmates, you can have many of them, and most of them, if not all, you've been with in past life. Now, don't forget that in twin flames, even though there's one, we do have soul groups of twin and flame, or soul family might be a better word, very similar, because that's a whole other thing, a whole other dynamic, a whole other understanding, because we're on got frequencies. So you'll find that with your soulmates, as I said, you definitely have a past life connection, and there is a sense of ease when you meet. You sense of, I kind of know you, but not that same relationship like the twin flame. It's like boom, Now, if you have been or you are in a relationship with a soulmate, what happens is, if it does break up, it's painful, but it's a lot easier to move on, and that's because the only parts of you that's involved in that relationship is your inner child and your emotion. If you're a twin flame and you're in a relationship with a soulmate, your soul might be going through its own learnings or, triggering or whatever, yeah. But but you'll find that usually other people trigger that, not necessarily your soulmate. And this is just a paintbrush, but often I find that through the consultations and the sessions that many twins have met soulmates before they meet their twin, and then they go into meeting a false twin or a near twin and then the twin. But that's just very general. I always say this is not, there's not one thing fits all. Some things are generally common, but still we're very, very unique and specific. The other thing is that with your meeting a soulmate, you could be on unfinished business, and it doesn't necessarily mean there's a lesson. There can be good karma, there can be a lesson, or it's time for you to receive, which is a big one for us. And also you might need to repay something. But even if there is a lesson or you need to repay, it's not as, that depth and that intensity. It's almost like you're dying with a twin, and that craziness. It's a lot gentler. Sometimes I've seen that with soulmates, that it can be boring. It's not enough for twin flames. It's like, oh, this relationship's not doing it. And the connection's just not deep enough, because we're just a lot deeper, and so that we need to be fulfilled, not just sexually, but on other levels as well, you know. So with twin flames, we are, a twin flame can be intense. There's one very deep connection. There's definitely past life between you. I mean, it's from the beginning anyway, of when we were created in this universe. So that's how deep we are. We're actually a part of this entire universe. You're an aspect of it. And that evolution is within you. So is the power, don't forget that, yeah? Which brings me to this powerful divine love that we have. Because that's what we were originally. We were love and light in our first form. And so when you're with your twin, it feels a sense of completion. There's a sense of completion. Now, if there isn't, some of these things might not apply. It's because there's still a lot of stuff there, yeah, or a lot of missing things, that the frequencies are not aligned enough in your soul, in your light body. They don't have to be all aligned, just enough so that you guys can, we can be in harmony with our twin. So as I was saying, feels like a sense of completion and of being home. And the good thing is that with a twin, you can be yourself, warts and all, you know. And don't forget that this can happen with a false twin, because I've had that experience. And you can just be who you are, and it doesn't matter what that is. You'll find that they'll just accept you as you would accept them, because you love it. In the real twin I'm talking, you just love each other, you know. So, you know, regardless of wherever you are in your connection with your twin flame, I'm talking about once you've met, whether you're running and chasing, whether you're together, whether you've got a long distance relationship, whether you're, you know, it doesn't matter where you are, and whether you've had enough and you don't want to see them for a while, or whether you are seeing them, you're living together. Wherever you are, you just can't forget them. They're constantly on your mind, or at the back of your mind, because it's the rest of you, yeah? It's the rest of your universe, not just the physical. Don't forget. Physical's only like 10-15%. It's only one realm of so many multidimensional realities that we are, even in the present time, yeah? So the thing is that, you know, whether you have soulmates, which I'm sure we all have, or twin flames in your life at the moment, what's important to know from a spiritual perspective is that to complete your contracts, whatever they are, as I said, it's not always negative. There's, you know, other aspects to it as well. But the main thing is to finish this karmic wheel, get off that, so you can start transforming and coming into the frequency of unconditional love. Now, it's really important to know what I'm about to tell you, right? These are key factors, and that this is the highest vibration that we would have ever attained in our evolution, right? That's why we knew it was coming and all the rest of it. And now we're coming out through this dark night of the soul, individually, globally, and so on, and coming into the greatest light. Now, the really exciting thing is what Spirit has told me, the masters, you know, the universe, is that once we reconnect with our twin and we come into union, it's going to be for the next life and the next life, and wherever it is that you want to be, or over there. In other words, it's for eternity this time, yeah? So, you know, it's going to be just amazing to think that this part of the evolution is done and dusted. So the other thing that's important to know is that soulmates or twin flames can be other than an intimate relationship. They can be family members, and I'm seeing more and more of that, where there's, you know, husband and wife, and some of them don't even know, especially the older ones, like my age group, they don't even know they're twin flames, and their children are twin flames. It's quite phenomenal. So, excuse me. So what can happen is other than your intimate relationship, can be family, can be friends. I'm talking for both here, yes, soulmates or twin flames. And it can also be your work colleagues. So if you've got dramas or things going on in with your colleagues at work, for example, you get along super well with them, they must resonate with you, whether there could be another twin. Like a lot of people are starting to do their own thing, as in starting up groups, webinars and things like that. And there's usually, not always, there's usually a couple doing it. Like myself with my team that are helping you here. You don't see them. One day I'll introduce you if they let me. And so what happens is, you connect, and they're twin flames, and so that love and that those frequencies are brought through, well, this work in this case, but whatever, others are doing, it's brought through their work as well, yeah? So from my heart, I wish that this information has empowered you and helped you. That's really important for me, and that this has come from the spiritual masters. Any questions? I'd love to hear from you, and if you'd like to leave a comment, that would be just awesome. And I do one-on-one sessions in person and or in Skype. I do twin flame readings as well as healings, which go into, to transformational work, and it really is quite transformational. The twin flame readings is more about where you guys are at, how we can sort it out, how we can bring you into loving yourself, how we can bring you into union. Because that union, in the sense that you're not codependent, you come together as a team, yeah? And I must say there's more and more in the wind. I know I've said this before, that are coming, that are just evolving so quickly. I'm so proud of some of you, oh my God. And there's a few soon, they'll be coming into union as well, which means that they'll be doing their soul purpose, which means the earth will be a better place, huh? So I'm really excited about that. I do, of course, Akashic record work and clearing and healing, making you whole, raising your frequency, which is all that I've been talking about. And there's a lot more. I mean, I'd be here for an hour telling you, at least, not more, what I do. Loving yourself, and everything that I do gets to the core. We always go to the core, the root of the issue, and work from that. And that's the most fastest way of doing everything. And again, I always say meditation. I just can't stress that enough. Which I'll be talking a lot through these YouTubes and helping you with that, supporting you with that. I've got Patreon if you would like to donate, and thank you for those who've already started to donate. You can contact me through the email in the description. The novel is on Amazon. Where is it? It's just here. Yeah, that's The Legend of True Love. That'll take you on your own journey. Or if you'd like to contact me, and I can send one out to you, autographed. And please subscribe, so that way when the new videos come out, you'll be notified. And from my heart, much love, and continue on the great work that you're doing, the commitment to yourself and the promise that we made, and creating a new world.